This whole process of life, the life that you can see and the life that you cannot see, too much is happening. It is all happening with such precision that it looks like it's all happening by itself. The exactness with which all dimensions of cosmos are performing right now, the animate and the inanimate. It looks like they're all by themselves. Once a month, I get an order from the publication department, signed Alexandra, so I can't ignore. Sadhguru, it's time to write a poem. We need a poem for forest flower. We need it in the next 12 hours, 15 hours, 24 hours. Usually that's how it comes. So, I haven't failed them, but I have been not on time many times. So, this is known as the cosmic dancer. The title is Cosmic Dancer. There is no dance without a dancer. There is no dance without a dancer. The dancer is not felt in a dance perfect. The dancer is not felt in a dance perfect. The perfection of the dance dissolves the dancer into the dance. The perfection of the dance dissolves the dancer into the dance. Reveling in the dance, one may miss the dancer. Reveling in the dance, one may miss the dancer. Absolute attention to the dance will bring forth the effulgent dancer. Absolute attention to the dance will bring forth the effulgent dancer. Only in knowing the dancer, all the dance is revealed. Only in knowing the dancer, all the dance is revealed. The speed, the rhythm and the flight are just the dancer's sleight. The speed, the rhythm and the flight are just the dancer's sleight. So, the dance is so perfect, we almost forget the dancer. But there can be no dance without a dancer. We cannot see the dancer because our vision, our attention becomes so surface-oriented. To identify the dancer in the dance, either you must get immersed in the dance, that you also become the dance, that you are not a spectator, you are it. Then you know the dancer by experience, you're touched by it. But if you not want to know the dancer in its full depth, in his full depth and dimension, you want to know the source of dance, that which is the basis of the act, then you must be able to pay absolute attention. in a way, staying away from the dance. These things look contradictory. On one level, I'm saying you must plunge into the dance. Another level, I'm saying you must be able to watch the dance with utmost intensity. This is not contradictory because you know the world is round. Nothing contradicts anything. It is just that when you look at it, fragmented, if you cut it down into pieces and look at it, everything seems to be contradictory. So, if you are here totally involved in the dance, totally involved in the act itself, that's one way of knowing. Or if you know how to keep away from the act, absolutely uninvolved in the act, but you're able to observe the act totally, you can decipher the difference between the act and the actor, the dance and the dancer. That is also a way of knowing it. The second takes much more awareness, sharpness, intensity, maybe training too. So it's easier to become part of the dance slowly as the rhythm picks up. As you get sucked into it, you suck deeper and deeper into it. One day you don't know which is you and which is the dance. Once you are a part of the dance, you cannot miss the presence of the dancer. It is just that we're inventing obstructions, hurdles and barriers where they don't exist. Recently, when I was in a satsang in Ceylon, someone asked, I'm 54 years of age. He thinks that's a long time. And I have seen so many spiritual teachers, but I have never been drawn to anybody like you. I'm helplessly being drawn towards you. What is it that you got? So I said, I don't have anything that you don't have. It is just that all of us were given a seed that had the possibility of boundlessness. You are a very careful man. You are very careful and good, so you preserve the seed. I destroyed the seed and made it into a tree. If you want to make a seed into a tree, the seed has to go. If you nurture the seed, it will become a tree. If you keep seed as a seed and walk around, it's stupid actually, but it is not. Preserving yourself is considered smart. Allowing yourself to be demolished, to destroy the limited possibility of what an individual person is not considered smart. To be exclusive and to be preserved is considered smart. So after all, you're a smart man. So smart, you even conned life. Too smart. On a certain day, Shankaran Pillai himself decided to visit the yoga center. Being who he is, he was received properly, and our Swami Vibhu took him on a tour and put him up in the first floor of the Chitra block because it has the best view. You know that? Chitra block, first floor, has the best view in the whole of the ashram. So, Swami pointed at the mountains and said, "We're putting you up here because of who you are and because this place has the best view." Shankaran Pillai looked at it and said, "Yes, sure, this place would have had the best view if only the mountains were not obstructing." This people are doing to themselves. You don't understand, mountain is the view. You think mountain is in the way. So the spiritual process is not just about doing this or that. It is many things. So once you become like this, there is no possibility of you being part of any act. You can neither be aware and just watch it, because that takes a different kind of dispassion, nor can you jump into it and become a part of it. Once it happened, Abe Maxwell met a painter whose name was Wolkowitz, and Wolkowitz was 73 years of age and just recently had been through an eye surgery. So he said, "You just been through an eye surgery. How is your vision? Is it good enough to paint? Can you continue to be a painter? Without sharp vision, this is difficult." So Wolkowitz said, "I think I can paint. In case I find my vision fails and I cannot paint, I will become a critic." You can become an art critic if you can't see anything. So if you become a critic, you miss the whole act. Either you be a painter or you be a lover of art. If you're a critic, you miss the whole point. You'll know neither this nor that. And this keeps happening all the time. Self-appointed critics simply waste their lives. I forget his name. One great literary critic said this, "I have seen statues and portraits of authors, poets, artists, but never of a critic." Because you're a parasite like life. Don't have a life of your own. You thrive constantly looking and feeding on somebody else's life. this will not get you anywhere. If you're seeking survival, you can be a parasite. If you're seeking liberation, you cannot be a parasite. A child sucks upon her mother's breast, but you don't call a babe a parasite. That is okay, because a child is only nourishing himself to become free of the mother. A parasite is never intending to become free. A parasite is too concerned about its survival that it misses the possibility. So if survival is all we seek, there are many ways to survive. I won't teach you those ways, you should learn it on the street. If liberation is what you seek, only then I'm meaningful to you. Only then it's worth hanging around. Only then it's worth being part of a mad act like this. If survival is what you're seeking, it's just a wrong place, because it doesn't work that way. Now, all of us have come with the same seed. But for this seed to become a tree, though every seed has come with the same possibility, between a seed and a tree, there is a journey to be made. If you want the seed to become a tree, you have to nurture it. You have to protect it. There are weeds that you have to take care of. There are too many weeds. Same silly weeds bothering humanity for 1,000,000 years. Still human beings haven't figured out how to handle these weeds. Simple things like anger, hatred, jealousy, fear, doubt, endless doubt. The same silly weeds have lasted too long because weeds don't need any nurturing. Weeds don't need any protection. Weeds don't need any cultivation, they just grow. But if you want a sacred seed to sprout and prosper, you have to weed the place, cultivate the land, manure it, and you have to make sure enough water and sunlight finds its way. If you're afraid of the harshness of the sunlight and avoid it, you will also avoid the life-nourishing warmth of the sunlight. In your enslavement to the instinct of self-preservation, you would like to avoid the sunlight, go stand in a shade, but you will miss the warmth of the life-nourishing light too. That which is the basis of life is also that which ends life. That which burns also bakes. If you're a good cook, you bake. If you're a bad one, you burn. It's a very simple but subtle operation. Baking bread, very simple thing, but a subtle operation. One who knows does it effortlessly. One who doesn't burns it up and makes it into cakes. Or he produces coal. Carbon is very good, you know. It's the basis of life on this planet. So making this work It's very simple if you give in to the whole process. It's very hard if you resist and struggle with the simple process that is set forth. I have been talking about this in the past. When people come here, some people come as investigators. Slowly, they become students. Gradually, they become disciples. All this is fine, but if you want to be absorbed and you want to travel fast, you must become a devotee, otherwise it won't work. It takes a long time. And nobody can make you a devotee. There is no teaching. There is teaching as to how to make you into a good disciple. There is teaching as to how to make you into a good student. And of course, there is training as to how to make you into a good investigator. But there is no teaching or training as to how to make you into a good devotee. Stand like this, say that, that will not make you into a devotee. By doing this act or that act, by uttering these words or those words, you will not become a devotee. If you allow yourself to become a process, if you allow yourself to become part of the dance, then somewhere when the source of the dance touches you, then you naturally become one. There is no other way to be. Yesterday someone was telling me, there have been moments when in the presence of the dhyana linga, I saw the whole universe. But with you, I have seen nothing. That's good. Isn't it good enough that you have seen it with dhyana linga? At least somewhere you saw something. Is that not good enough? No. There's something here. I carried dhyana linga within myself like a pregnant woman for 3 lifetimes. To be pregnant for 3 lifetimes is tough, you know. Yes. Those of you who have done it for 9 months, you know it's tough. By 9th month, you're just waiting, when is he going to be out? Being pregnant for 3 lifetimes, it's such a big one. Not easy. So, don't waste your time. By constantly going through the same nonsense that human beings have gone through for 1,000,000 years, the same nonsense. It's time to do some new nonsense at least, something new. Same nonsense. This moment it is true, next moment it is not true, this moment it is great, next moment it is not great. I thought you're wonderful, but you're terrible. This moment, oh, this is it, next moment, doubt. Don't do this to yourself, because at least if it was some unique nonsense you were doing, it's fine. This is the same stupid nonsense people have done forever. Do something new and show me. Show me some new weeds at least. If you don't show me a fabulous crop, at least show me some new weeds. There are no new weeds, people have done it all. It's a very simple process. This damn weed growing business is a very simple process. Any fool can do it. You think you're doing it more intelligently than somebody else. There is no such thing. No, no, my doubt is not like that. My doubt is the same nonsense. Don't think it's more intelligent. Now, I don't know anything about all this. I do not know what is making all this happen. All I know is this much has worked for me. My back pain went away. All right, let's start from that. Something as mundane as back pain. And when you had the back pain, it was not a simple thing. Now that it's gone, it's a simple thing. When you had it, it was not a simple thing. It ruled your life, the back pain. Now that it is gone, why argue and waste your time? If you want to learn how to swim, you lie down in your bed and practice every day. Slowly, slowly, slowly you learn swimming. You'll never learn swimming. You have to jump into the water and somehow thrash it out. What if I drown? Don't you see nobody has drowned till now? Isn't that good enough proof? Don't you see the pools of water that we create? People can't drown, even if you go in, it pushes you out. And don't you see that I'm not going to let anybody drown here and get into trouble? At least you trust that, if not anything else. There is no other way to swim. You have to jump into the water. No, can I hold on to a float? Can I do this? Okay, do that, take your time. But without getting into the water, how? It cannot work. So, every day, when we say sadhana, 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 sadhana is not just about the practice. To give you a simple sadhana, a 21-minute practice maybe right now, for the earlier ones maybe 35-minute practice. To give you a 21-minute practice, we are spending almost 40 to 45 hours with you. To give that old 35-minute practice, or actually it was 15-minute shunya, to give you that 15-minute shunya, we spent over 60 hours with you. If all that was not important, why would we spend that time with you? So when we say sadhana, it includes all that. I gave you those 3 eyes. You've forgotten? Not these. Instruction, integrity and intensity of purpose. If you just maintain this, the whole process is towards taking you towards an all-inclusive state. Not because that is my idea, not because that is my desire for you. because that is the nature of the Creator. And the seed of the Creator is within, and it will not rest. It will not give you a moment of rest in your life till it finds its original nature. Don't you have any hopes about knowing what peace is, knowing what bliss is, without allowing him to have his way? Don't you have any such stupid hope? You will never know a moment of rest in your life. You will never know a moment of peace in your life. You will never know a moment of absolute ease in your life till you allow him to find his way. Otherwise, he will not let you rest, never.